Hello everyone, we're going to play some more Final Fantasy IV today. Should be starting up any second here. Alright, let's open this guy up. Okay. Just give me 1 second here because we're going to test audio and then we'll get into it. Okay, just let me... that should be a little bit better, I think. Alright, let me just verify that that's fine. Trying to get the right balance is pretty hard. Okay, yeah, that should be good. So, alright, we'll go into it now. Alright, oops. And here. Alright, if you remember last time, see, what did we do last time? Yeah, we got the crystal. We got the slumber sword, which is really good. It'll help us in this next area. He's all ready to go. Yep, everybody's looking pretty good. We got enough items to get us through this area. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Alright, so it is now time to return the crystal in order to save the chat. Yep. And apparently this tower is just in the middle of the sky, because I never understood this. This tower does not exist anywhere on the actual map. You can only get to it at this part of the game, and then it goes away forever. Oh, what a scumbag. Ugh. Make me have to walk all the way up 6 floors. It's not very nice. Scotty, drive me up to the top of the tower. Well, I don't think there's any treasure on the first floor, but there are a few items in this area that are absolutely worth picking up. They'll be extremely useful. Oh shit, ice beasts. Ow! Stop doing that, that hurts. don't remember if I kept it or not, but did we keep a fire claw? No, we did not. Shit. Am I really that close to, like, running out of item space? I should have probably, oh, wow. I didn't realize that. Alright, well, we're gonna have to hope that, Can I do this? Nope. Yeah, I think you can't. I think if you actually walk to the entrance, you're fine, but you can leave and go back to the town, but you can't fly your airship anywhere. If you want to go anywhere, you have to take a black chocobo, which means you can't actually get to everywhere that you want to go. Kind of a pain in the ass. We may have to throw away a few items. Yep, this is, oh good, he fell asleep, so I'm not gonna get attacked. This area is very grindy. The enemies are decently tough. There are some save points around here. Or I should say there is a save point, and we will be making great use of that. However, there are also monsters in the chest. Oh god, yeah, that is devastating. Let's not do that again. Ow. Come on, Brett. Aw, that was pathetic. Brett, you're such fucking useless. Just... I can't even right now. Alright. Well, we got the flame sword. I think it's a little bit stronger than this, but the problem is it's not going to be stronger in the area that we're going to after this. So, no, we should be using Cecil's magic. Now, I do believe these are all weak against fire, so you'll see Cecil is ridiculously strong here. Yep. Wow, that was awesome. Just kicked his own ass. That never ceases to amuse me. Oh yeah, but we are definitely getting, we're getting put through the ringer in this area. On the plus side, it does mean that you get a fair bit of a decent experience, so... Ah, not again. No, we're not fighting slimes. I hate them. Yeah, Cecil will just annihilate anything that's weak against fire right now. Come on, Brett. Useless sack of shit. There we go, finally. Well, we already have a silver hammer. And I don't need another one. You'd think that would be fine, but the problem is we already are running out of room for this crap. You know what? I'm getting rid of this. I don't want these fire arrows. I don't need the thunder arrows. And yeah, I don't need these either. Alright. Should give us some room for the stuff we're going to pick up. Sadly, we did not get to sell it, but sacrifices must be made. This tower, it feels a lot longer than it really is. It seems like it's pretty tough just because of all the enemies you have to fight here. Because they're significantly stronger than like the enemies you had been fighting previous to this point. Well, that was bad. Revive on, yeah. Yep, he's down. Yeah, they pretty much just need to not die. That would be nice. There we go. There we go. TJ learned his last spell. He only learned 6, and these are the 6. Uh-oh. Oh, he's out of mana. That's fine. Everybody's close enough to full health. And at the top of this tower, we're going to find the chat. Here we go. We're finally getting some of this crap we want. I can do without this, but... Of course he missed. Why wouldn't he? Alright, come on. Do something useful for once. And boom goes the dynamite. Okay, can we walk like, 10 feet without getting attacked by something? Is that a possibility? I'm being very liberal with the usage of the magic right now, just because there's a save point that's right ahead, so we're going to be using a tent anyway to restore it all. Ugh, no. Alright, come on. Treasure. Yep, he gets Poison Claw. Now, I think the poison actually increases his attack by a point. Nope, not this one. It's got to be the next one. I think the Fairy Claw. Yeah, and there's an item down here as well. Flame Shield, which is definitely better than the current shield we have for him. It gives him resistance to fire attacks, which is kind of nice. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. It gives him resistance to ice attacks, which these guys are ice-based, so... Alright, there we go. Just need to not die for like another few minutes. Come on. Alright, middle one. This is the one we want. Alright. So this stupid silver hammer is completely worthless. However, the Gaia hammer is extremely powerful for him. No. We don't want to be fighting things right now. Yeah, the Gaia Hammer gives him the ability to use it like a rod, except it casts Quake. It'll be very useful in the fight we're about to come up against. Some armor for Brett. His defense is still pitiful, but at least now it's a little less pitiful. Alright, one... Oh, of course it has to be a rear attack. Why would it not be? Oh, no. Alright, you get to see how awesome this is. That's way more useful than his attacks normally are. Alright, here is the save point. Oh, thank God. But here's the thing about save points. You only get them right when something bad's about to happen. I am presently playing this game using the SNES emulator. This is a specific mod of the game called Project 2, which fixes a bunch of the mistranslation in the game, so the dialogue's a little bit better. They add back a bunch of the items that were taken out of the American release of the game as well. So far, it's been pretty good playing it. They do leave in, they leave in some of the classic stuff, you know, like the You Spoony Bard. I love that part. But here, we're gonna fight the Magus Sisters now. I currently have this set up using an Xbox 360 controller to play it, so it feels kind of like you're playing it on like the SNES. The controller is basically the same. You can map it the same way. I've played it on pretty much every system that you can possibly play it on, so... Alright. Well, for this particular fight, they cast Reflect on her, and you pretty much just have to... you have to kill them in the correct order. So you have to first kill Cindy. You can't use magic to do it. And if you don't kill them in the right order, they will revive each other. They're just going to keep bouncing magic spells off of her to get through the Reflect. As long as you do this in the right order, then it's not too bad. So you kill her first, then you kill the tall one, and then you have to kill the little one. And if you do it like that, then they won't revive. The only problem is that when you have to cure your entire party, it's going to cure them a little bit, but some sacrifices must be made. This is where the Gaia Hammer is really, really great, though, because the Quake does not get reflected by the Reflect spell. And it does a fair bit of damage, so it helps a lot. Yeah, unfortunately, Tella does not really get to do a whole lot in this. The whole Reflect thing makes him pretty useless in this fight. So the best thing you can do is just heal your party and hope that you don't reflect healing onto the enemy too much. Fortunately, the potions should not reflect, but it's not a whole lot. Of course, he's the only one left. That's fine. Everybody else could use it. Ah, damn it. No, I don't want to heal them. Oh, thank God. Alright, this is where Tella actually gets to be useful, because he can just end this fight pretty much immediately. Alright, we are done dicking around with this. Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's not going to last very long. Here we go. There we go. And that's the way the news goes. Yeah. It's really, actually kind of fun because most of the enemies in the game don't actually have a strategy like that. But I always found it kind of interesting that they do have like a team attack against you, so. But before we go and do anything else, we need to heal. Yes, we are in the Tower of Zot. We are actually right about to fight Golbez. So, I don't know how familiar you are with this part of the game, but all the characters right now are named after members of the Drunken Peasants podcast. And so we got Tella here, who is Brett Keane. And he's about to go and have his impotent rage fit. And it's not going to go well for him. Yeah, Final Fantasy IV is definitely my favorite of all of them. Alright. Time for some revenge situation. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rosa is named the chat. So TJ spends the first half of the game just trying to rescue the chat. Yeah, let's do it. Dirty scum. Time for your comeuppance. Now we have some business situation. Stop attacking my family. Yeah. It is a pitiful revenge. One of the other interesting things about this particular mod is that I think in like the original SNES version he was capped at 90 MP, but for some reason they actually let him get up to 98 MP in this. He still never crosses the 99 threshold, so he can never cast the spell, but I don't know why they changed that, but apparently somebody thought that, yeah, we'll give him so close to having enough to cast this spell, but just one short. Yeah, I actually own this game for like every console. I think the only one I'm missing is the WonderSwan color. Because I have the Famicom, I have the Super Nintendo, the PlayStation 1, GBA, the DS, and the PSP it was also on. Oh, well, he tried. Oh, come on, Gord. Scotty and TJ are about to stop fighting for the first time in the whole game. Well, just walk it off, champ. Yeah, I know you were beaten within an inch of your life, but, like, see, TJ's fine. The best part of this whole thing is that Brett Keane is actually only 40 years old, but he looks exactly like Tella does. And Tella's, like, in his 60s. That's amazing. Yeah, the PSP one's great, especially because it comes with the After Years, which is actually a sequel to it. After Years is a little bit strange because it's played in an episodic manner, but Once you get used to how that works, like, I actually like the story a lot. I enjoy the fact that they use Final Fantasy IV to explain the purpose of crystals in every other Final Fantasy game. Because then it makes so much more sense then. It also kind of lends some credence to why, you know, in Final Fantasy IX, for instance, there's actually references to all the other ones as well, because the same references exist in the after years to, like, the first 6 Final Fantasies. Because I think towards the end of it, you can find a set of crystals for each one of those games. Probably the best one, though, is the Game Boy. The Game Boy Advance one gives you a lot of extra content that expands upon the story a lot in the additional dungeons. And I really do enjoy being able to swap out party members at the end. So, like, you can get Palom and Porum back, and like Edward and Sid are playable, and Yang's the other one, yeah. The DS one's pretty cool in that it also expands upon the story in some different manners. And I do have to say, it being in 3D was also very, very awesome. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite version of it. I've played them all, and I enjoy every single one of them. I think I actually have to finish my 3rd playthrough of the DS one, though, because I didn't finish doing my augments. I am like halfway through the 3rd playthrough. So that way, I need to finish it so I can actually fight Proto-Babel. Because you have to basically be perfectly set up in order to have a chance of killing him. It's ridiculously hard. Yep. Alright, yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's go save the chat. I could talk about this game for hours. It's one of my favorite games. I mean, I guess technically you wouldn't know that I could talk about it for hours, given that this is like the 5th or 6th hour of me playing this stream so far. Yeah, cause this is part 4, and like each one is close to 2 hours. Oh, there's TJ sucking the chat's dick. Yeah, I know. It's just... No, we all know TJ's just in it for the super chat. Yeah. That's all he wants. He just wants the chat's money. What's really funny, too, is that Scotty actually just despises the chat. Yes, forgive me. Yeah, Sid is named after Billy the Fridge. Billy the Fridge is fucking awesome, by the way. If you don't know who that is, you should definitely look up Billy the Fridge. He is amazing. He's super funny, and I believe he does a bunch of music. It's really cool. See him do some freestyle rap sometime. It's actually amazing. There we go. All right. Now we have some work to do here. First things first, we have to change this because I want Kane on the front line. Now, because we went to the Eblon Castle first, we got the Drain Spear for Kane right now. Now, his accuracy is not terribly good with it. I don't know if it shows... Yeah, hit percentage is pretty low. But it makes his attack go up by a lot. And it also allows him to just keep, like, jumping and healing. As he levels up, it'll get better for him. Oh yeah, we need to fix this. And the fortunate thing is we also stopped by Miss to pick up the gold pin, which also incredibly useful to have for her. Let's see. Yep. Hella's not going to need that now. Oh, please tell me I didn't throw it. Oh, good. I kept the bow. Yeah, okay. Make sure arrow always has to go into the right hand in order to do maximum damage. Because if you put the arrow in the left hand, it actually is weaker, so... There you go. I think we're good. Wait, what? Yep. Alright. Uh-oh. Who's laughing? I don't see anyone. They just never quit. When are the... How many times am I going to have to teach you this lesson? You do not fuck with the drunken peasants. Oh, well that's horrifying. Yeah, it's not his turn. He can't jump. He can't jump yet. Alright, come on. I just want Kane to jump. Yeah. Do it. Whatever. That should count. There we go. Unfortunately, you can't use the Gaia hammer here because, yeah, Quake does not hit things that are immune to ground attacks. I believe if you try to use it, it'll just miss, which would be worse than just attacking. Yeah, here, we'll try it, but this probably won't work. Yeah, yeah, exactly. She's immune to Quake because she floats in the air, so... This fight's honestly not too bad. Just Google for SNES. I've had this installed in here for a very long time, so I honestly I don't remember exactly where I got it from. But it's called SNES. And then afterwards you'll have to go and find somewhere a ROM of the game. Now, be advised that it may not be entirely legal to find a ROM of the game. It's always been kind of a gray area. I am not advising piracy, but if you have a ROM of the game, you can play it with SNES. I do not feel bad about having this because I have literally bought this game like 7 times. And if they released it for a different console, I'd buy it for that one too. But uh-oh. Soft. Yeah, that's the one. Uh-oh. She should be almost dead. Like, I can't imagine it's gonna take too many more hits to take her down. You know what? Yeah, we can't be taking any more chances like that. Alright. Every once in a blue moon, sometimes Cecil will use magic to heal himself. It doesn't happen often. Oh, that was pretty easy. Yeah, that's 3 out of 4 of you guys down. Oh no. Well, so remember how this tower was just floating in the middle of the sky somewhere? Well, apparently now it's falling out of the sky. I still want to know where this tower is. It never shows you. Yep. Yeah, we did kill the king. The king is dead. The Dark Crystal. Is that like a liquor? Or are there going to be like Muppets that come and try to take it from us? Yep. Yeah, one thing to keep in mind is this planet has 2 moons. It didn't always have 2 moons. What's interesting, though, is they never actually tell you which one of the moons it opens the way up to. Wait, the Enterprise can fly around the world in 80 seconds? That is a detail that did not exist in the original translation. Also, we're not calling it the Enterprise. I thought I made this clear last time. It's the USS Hell in a Cell. And it has nothing to do with the fact that... Okay, that's a straight up lie. It has everything to do with the fact that Sid's gonna jump off of it. Straight into the Spanish announce table. Yeah, they're resting. Okay. Time to go. Oh. I don't think there's anything left in the overworld to do, so we can just pretty much go straight into the underworld. Actually, you know what? There is one thing I want to do, though. We need to sell some of this crap. I don't need to be carrying with me all these useless items. Yeah, I don't want that. Nope. Yeah, I don't need the silver hammers. Yeah, that can go away. That should be sufficient. Oh, it's silver sword. I don't need that. You know what? I just want to see how many slots we have left. Oh, yeah, that's plenty. We're fine. Alright. Right. Yep. Cool. So, there is literally one place left in the overworld we have not been to, and it is directly south of Baron. Alright. Oh yeah, this was a really cool thing they also added to this version of the game. Normally, when you press the airship, or the direction to fly, it goes really fast. In the Project 2 mod, actually, if you press the left trigger, it activates a slow mode for the airship, which means it's much easier to try to land it at a specific spot instead of having to, you know, jiggle it back and forth until you get lucky and it goes in the right area. Just something interesting that I think they added. Alright. There's not really anything of value in this town to go and do or see. But this magma key needs to get thrown into the well. Because this well goes all the way down, basically to the center of the earth. Well, I hope nobody dies from this. It probably shouldn't just be starting earthquakes because we feel like it. You could have just ruined that town from doing that. That's fine. There is one thing we can look at while we're here. The one and only place with a telescope. Yep. Yeah, so, actually, hold on, I want to... What did it say here? Oh yeah, observatory. Yeah, so one of them is just the regular moon, and the other one is a blood moon. That's probably not good. Looks like they're just looking at the regular moon with this, though. It's also kind of interesting because later on in Final Fantasy VIII, they actually take this idea of like a blood moon teeming with life to a very extreme situation where you get a whole bunch of people, or a whole bunch of monsters, like literally pouring off of the moon. Alright, well, now... Oh, you know what? It's because I put it in slow mode before the game took over it. That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought about that would happen. So, I would like to know how it is the Red Wings got down here if we had to blow a hole in the earth in order to get under here. How exactly did, the Red Wings airships just get under the surface of the earth? It's something that never gets explained, and I feel like it really should be. Come on, Cecil. No, it's TJ. Of course it's going to take long to get up. telling me the US Hell in a Cell can't fly in this condition? That's no good. Yeah, you're not gonna be needing any of this crap. I, on the other hand, will. Yeah, I don't know. There's going to be a drained sword later on that has a higher hit percentage than this. Let's see. Yeah, I'll give him the slumber sword. That should be fine. That's 83%. What's the wind sphere? Or spear, sorry. 86. Yeah, but I'm willing to go for the status ailment on here. I want him to actually be doing damage. Oh, there's... do it like that. Oh, look, it's King Gaiet. I love that the first thing they ask about is the Dark Crystals, not about their airship that they need to get home. And Gaiet is also incredibly trusting of these people. I mean, I don't understand why he wouldn't have done that before we went into the underworld. Like, did he not think that it was going to be really hot and that the air, like the wood would warp from the heat? Like, you have to know that that was going to be a thing. What is it? Oh, don't ignore that video. That's probably just Creationist Cat. I love that he just got very defensive immediately. It's like, no, I can't be wrong. Nobody even questioned that. Yeah, it's Calbrina. We're gonna get you. This is another fight that's actually really easy if you do it right. The trick is just, yeah, don't fuck up. I believe the blue ones are a little bit tougher than the red ones. The trick here is that you do not want to kill all of the red ones or all of the blue ones. Because if you do that, then it will form Calcabrina and it will just go to town and start just wrecking your shit. So you want to try to, you know, make sure at least 1 and 1 are still left. Okay, come on. There we go. We avoided the Calcabrina. It actually gets way harder if you have to fight that thing. And then you have to basically start over anyway, because after a time it will just dissipate back into 6 of those things. Oh good, it's Golbez. He just doesn't know when to leave enough alone. Not really helpless here. Oh, the good old Tower of Babel leads to the moon. Please jump. So the cool thing is, if you get Kane to jump right away at the beginning of the fight, he can actually avoid the hold gas. And it makes the fight actually significantly easier. Because then when he lands, he's not... he's on his feet and he's not at 1 health then. Uh-oh, we haven't seen this in a while. Could it be? It's definitely Trap Ben. 100%. Good old Rydia. See, now this is way more winnable. Alright, come on. Ow. Titan is the best thing to use against him. Come on. Yes, you. Cure 2 on everybody. Quickly. You also do that. You need to get everyone's health back up very quickly. Okay. Damn it, he's a second too late. It's alright. Rydia can do a lot of the heavy lifting in this fight. Fuck! Yeah, do it on yourself. Unfortunately, she does not have a lot of health, so... yeah. Yeah, Golbez dies pretty easily. Got him. We just trashed his shit. Good old Trap Ben. Yeah, they also revised this to, instead of summons in the land of summon monsters, it's now Esper Land in this translation. love that they just leave the body there on the floor. Like, nah, we're not even gonna check to make sure that he's dead. This part was always really weird. He just turns into a hand. What's up with that? Like, I would get if he was crawling or something, but he just turns into a hand. Yep, it is their stronghold. We're gonna have to go into the Tower of Babel. That's fine. I've been on more suicidal missions than that. However, we need to go and get some equipment first. Actually, should probably revive him first. We also have a bunch of treasures to collect from around here. Let's see, did they leave this intact? Yep, the Lollyho Pub. They'll do a dance for you. It's kind of creepy, to be honest. You done yet? Alright, yeah, I don't think they have it in here. In certain versions of the game, in this room, you could actually get to the developer's room. But I don't believe they included that in this one. It's just a secret area where you can go to where a bunch of the programmers tell you a little bit about the game. No, it doesn't exist in every version of it, but it's some of them. I think in I want to say the Game Boy Advance one has it. There we go. Yeah, there is a ton of treasure in this area to steal, so we are going to. Alright. Nope, wrong staircase. Well, I don't give a shit if King Guy permits me to take it. I'm gonna take whatever I want, when I want, and however I want. Because that's just how I roll. That strength armband is really good. I think we give that to Yang. Yeah, their moat is lava. Probably not good for human skin. They don't have water in the underworld, so I don't even know what it is that they drink. No, we need to check this stuff first. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is going to be useful, actually. You're right about that. Ocean. Yeah, the black belt. Another ether. Elixir. Okay, I think we got everything out of here that we're gonna get. There is an inn here, but we don't need to use it because there's a pot at the end. Yeah, there's a pot that will restore your health for you. So we don't need that. We don't need the Gaia hammer anymore. This ruby ring is useless now. We don't need that. I don't think at any point we're going to need the thunder claw, so yeah, get rid of that. What do we got here? Should probably get a few more mallets. You know what? We don't have any of those. What about echo herbs? We have 2 echo herbs. Yeah, I should get like a couple. Let's see. Eye drops. Yeah, we do have eye drops. Okay. Revivify, I believe, is just the life 2 item. What about soft? Yeah, we need some of those. Perfect. Alright, let's organize this a little bit. That should be fine. The magic map, I believe, is just the item that casts sight, so I don't think you need it. Other than that, I think we're good on everything else. Like, we got a couple revives, we have some potions, so we'll buy some. Potion is the Cure 2 version of a potion, and the tonic is the Cure 1 version. Yeah, it's just more stuff they changed with the retranslation. Alright, now, before we do that, let's equip. Giving this to you because you need to punch things harder. Yeah, shopping is always the most, fun part of the whole thing, I know. But it has to happen, so I don't have a choice. We can sell 1 ice claw. We don't need 2. What else we got here? That's gonna be expensive. Plus, I think in the next area we're getting ice armor anyway. That's tough. What's he have? Silver? Yeah. Well, the problem is, for Cecil, I didn't ever buy him regular armor, so... Yeah, he definitely needs it. Because this is actually, like, 2 steps up. Okay, what about here? I have one I have one Dorfax, and... could just give him that. I think the Dorfax is about the same. It's a little bit more defense, which is good because he's going to use his auto cover anyway. Yeah. Technically, like, it's slightly better for him to have the flame spear. But the spear, I believe, has a little bit more accuracy. I don't think he needs it. You definitely can get rid of that. Okay. Alright, he's not gonna need that. Yeah, we can afford it. And we need 3 of these. Or, just 2 of these, sorry. One for Iridia, one for Rosa. Okay. So get him a shield. And then armor. Here we go. It increases their magic power by quite a lot. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the gold pin to Iridia. Because I think she's going to need the defense a little bit more, given that she has less hit points. And Rosa can just wear the wizard helmet. And I mean, to be fair, we did kind of get that gold pin from Iridia's house. So it does probably belong to her anyway. Alright. You, I want to be using an Ice Claw, because that's going to make you very, very effective in this area. Alright, then we can sell some more stuff, I think. Right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And, oh yeah, that. You know what? I'm going to give Kane a Dorfax as well. Because it's going to be a little bit better than the Flame Sword, I think. Because if we're not fighting ice enemies, then I don't want to be using that. Alright, that should be fine. Now, in this area, there is also a Fat Chocobo, so if you have stuff you need to store in him, then this is a good time to do it. I have a couple things I can put there. I don't need to be carrying this pass around. Probably not that. We don't want to use those yet. Yeah, we're gonna keep the flame sword on me just in case. You can't give him the legend sword ever. You have to keep that on you at all times. Yeah, the sacred bird is the fat chocobo. So now we are going to take the secret pass out of the back of the castle towards the Tower of Babel. I think we're gonna... Yeah... We'll get up to the point where we kill Dr. Louage. And that after that, that's when we're going to call it. It'll probably be like another 30-40 minutes. Yeah, here's Rubicon. Yeah, he's the Fiend of Fire. He's actually a pretty decent guy, to be honest. He's only interested in fighting fair. It's almost kind of like a shame that you have to fight him, because he barely even seems like he should be a monster. He's more honorable than like most humans on this planet. Alright, here we go. So we'll save. And first step. Ow. Yeah, Rosa has ice arrows on, which is helpful. Yang has his ice claw on, which should help him a lot. Oh, there we go. Prayer actually did something for a change. Look, we're right here. I'm just gonna heal again. If we can't make it more than one step away, then we're in trouble. Alright. Oh yeah, the good old imp captains. They're not quite as pathetically weak as imps on the surface. Though, to be honest, they're not really much stronger either. They're still like the weakest thing you can fight in the underworld. It's paralyzed. I'm not even sure how it is that they survive being in the underworld. Like, they're walking past, like, molten lava. Just being that close to lava should kill you. Yeah, that... I mean, even some of the areas where they're at, there are like literal cracks in the ground where there's like magma seeping out of it, and you'd think that that would be very fatal, but you'd be wrong. I believe the success rate of prayer is like 75%, so close to that. Maybe 80%. I mean, it is nice that this mod gives you the special abilities for the characters, because they don't have them in the original. And prayer is probably one of the best special abilities that any character has. Just getting free healing is always nice. These imps are just so terrible. They suck. You know what? We'll use some of Cecil's magic. And while we're on the subject, we need to reorganize these so we can actually get to them in battle when we need them. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, that site just lets you see everything around you, so you know which direction you're supposed to go. It's pretty useless for the most part, but alright, and Rydia spells. Yeah, we always organize these from most useful to least useful. Yeah, if you notice, the Underworld's theme song is actually a slight variation on the Overworld theme. So, oh yeah, there's like the cracks in the ground. Yeah, they probably shouldn't be able to walk over that, but whatever. Physics don't mean a whole lot in this game. Up there's the Dwarven tanks. Yeah, we'll have fun. We'll summon Shiva. That should hurt a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah, so right now the tanks are just engaging in battle with the tower so that the defenses are down. So obviously, right in the middle of this is where the best spot to use a tent is going to be. Of course, why would it not be? Alright. Save. And let's go inside. This is the Tower of Babel. Now, there are treasure chests on both sides. Ice arrows are always welcome. I'll take those. This area is very similar to the Tower of Zot, except it has more fire enemies in it, and it's overall everything's a little stronger. This is where having the Ice Claw is very good, because then Yang can just decimate things. Oh god, ow. That hurt. It's also why I don't want to be using the flame sword against them. Well. 1 health. Alright, Scotty, you're... That was horrible. Now, when they have the ice armor, then they'll be a little more resistant to the fire attacks. Okay. That should be fine. Yeah, I'll take those two. This part of the game is definitely challenging, and this is where a lot of stuff starts to get harder than it was previously. Like, you're not really... At no point do you ever really want to be fighting battles here, but you kind of have to. Because you need to level up, so pretty much anything you think you can kill, you should. Yeah, more healing. It's always better to use Cecil's magic first because he's the one that's least likely to need it in combat. This tower does feel like it goes on forever, though. And that's because it pretty much does. This is that tower that actually you could see it sticking out of the hole in the ground near Eblon Castle. Oh yeah, you're gonna get attacked in this chest. You know it's gonna happen. thing with the alerts is that if you just kill the monster they summon, they'll just keep summoning more of them after you kill it. So you really need to just fight them and kill them immediately. Alright. That works. That's good. You can take that. Oh, that'll be fantastic. There should be an ice brand somewhere close by as well. Come on. Nope. I'm about to get attacked anyway. Alright, there we go. Yep, there's the ice brand. Alright. So now we finally can start killing these things better. Treasure! Okay, random attack first. The cool thing is now that they have, you know, the Blizzard Spear and the Ice Brand, they can just annihilate these enemies. It just makes these battles so much easier. Because most of the things you fight are going to be fire-based. The cat claw. Yeah, we're gonna use the charm, because I think the charm is the 1 point of attack is not better than the charm effect of his claw. You have to remember, when it comes to Yang's claws, you want to use whatever the best elemental thing is going to be, not necessarily what the strongest claw is. Yep, that's a better bow. She does not attack much, but you always want to be prepared just in case that you get to that point. Alright, so these eggs are... The egg does not ever attack you, but as soon as you attack the egg, it'll hatch and turn into a monster. And more often than not, it's one of those stupid chimera things that it's just a pain in the ass. Nautis is one of the... I believe that one's the lightning one. It's the item you use to cast lightning. Yep, and Yang should easily take care of that. Nothing to it. Alright. Treasure chest down here. Take that. Yeah, unlike the Tower of Zot, this place is actually enormous. And it does take a long time to go through. Yeah, I hate fighting the jellies. Anything that requires you to use magic to kill it is always just a pain in the ass. Because again, one of the key things about this game is you have to manage your MP very well in order to do well. Alright. Next level. I believe this is save point number 1 out of, yeah. So we're going to use tent here. There is one more save point that's right before the boss room. Let me just see. It didn't give Cecil all of his MP back, but it gave him most of it, so that's good enough. That's the thing, like, tents are good up until about, like, this point in the game. They're cheaper than cabins are, and for the most part they restore your full health and MP, but not always. So, you have to kind of watch out for that. There are situations where it's just better to use 2 tents than a cabin. A cabin will just always 100% restore your entire health amount, so. You got some Medusa arrows. I forget if they're actually any good or not. Yeah, they're terrible. And I wouldn't use them anyway because ice is just way too powerful in this area. Alright. Anytime that you walk into one of these rooms and you find a treasure chest just sitting there like itself in the Tower of Babel, it's a trap. There are definitely 100% going to be monsters in it. Just come to terms with that. Finally, a prayer comes through. Alright, what's this one? I forget. Oh, this one's not bad at all. The Nagas are nothing. Radius attack is not terribly useful, but it does sometimes paralyze enemies, because the whip has that status effect to it, so... Alright, what do we get? Ice Shield. Alright, we're giving that to Cecil. It just changes the element that he takes less damage from. So I believe this time it makes him take less damage from fire attacks, which is fine. Yep. That was a lot. Come on, come on, come on. Gotta attack. Yep, there we go. Yeah, the chat level. Oh, there we go. Finally, the chat's doing something useful. Cure 3 is definitely a good one. That'll save our bacon a lot. There will be points at which we just need to restore massive amounts of health to the entire party, and that is going to be what we need to get through it. Nope, nothing in this room. And... Alright. Here we go. Oh, come on! I'm about to get attacked anyway. Well, at least they didn't poke me for a whole lot of damage. Alright. Come on, Cecil. Kill it before it attacks. Ah, shit. No, too little too late. Alright, so what's going to happen is I'm going to give Cecil the ice armor, because it has a higher defense than the flame armor. But I'm going to give Kane the flame shield so that he can enjoy the reduction in fire damage. Okay. That way the blaze attacks won't just completely ruin him. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, it feels like it's been forever since we saved, but the room right below us is the save room. That's because this tower just goes on forever. It's also worth noting that nobody here seems to be questioning where it is that such like an alien advanced technologically powerful tower even came from. It's just here, and it seems like it just slips their mind as to, well, how did it get here? Because no country on this planet, in this world, has the technology to build this. Come on. Yeah, that should do the trick. Yeah, and I have to, again, as tempting as it is to just run from all the fights, you do need to be fighting a fair number of them to keep your experience up. Because you can't afford to be under-leveled for some of the battles we're going to have coming up. They're pretty tough. I'm not going to bother going up there because the door is currently locked. You need a key to get into it, which we're going to get. Ah, come on. No, I don't want to fight these things. Ocean. Sixth floor. Seventh floor. If you notice, there actually is an area to the left and underneath here. You won't be able to get to it until later in the game. You know, because it wasn't big enough already. It had to be bigger. Alright, there's the second area. We're going to use another tent. I should not be cracking my knuckles like that. No, we're not going to fight any more battle. Well, you know what? We can fight these things. They're ridiculously easy to kill. Come on. Alright, fair enough. They hit pretty hard, but they also take a crap ton of damage from ice. Oh my god. Yang just annihilates them. That is like twice as... Yeah, that's more than twice as much damage as the maximum attack of anything I've done so far in the game. 6,500 damage. In fact, that's... Even by, like, the end of the game, like, it's very hard to get a character that does that much damage to an enemy. You have to pretty much exploit weaknesses to do that. But I think he's also weak against the charm. Alright, here's the last area. At least for this part. Yeah, everybody's fine. Alright, let's do this. Lord Rubicant. Oh yeah, remember that guy? The last fiend of the elements. This guy is knucking futz. His stupid robot just attacks him because he didn't put in correct parameters. Yep, and here's the robot. I think it's gonna explode. Yeah, that's about as well as I thought that was gonna go. Now is when the real fight starts. So everybody is poisoned right now. He just turned himself into a monster. It's fine, I got monsters of my own. Yeah, I don't understand. That's something that I would have thought maybe they'd fix, but in the original version of the game, he also does that occasionally. He poisons you, and then he also heals you for no apparent reason. I don't know why, and I would have thought maybe that'd be something they'd fix, but apparently, no. What he's supposed to do is, like, poison you, and, he has a curse attack that also makes it so that if you heal yourself, you actually take, damage from curing yourself. But he doesn't do it right in this. Oh yeah, that's right, they do have that super cannon, don't they? Yeah, there's not really anything over here, but it's cool to look at. This is their control center. But we got the key that we needed to open up the super cannon. So that's what we're going to go do. I can't possibly imagine what's going to go wrong with that. It's not like anything ever goes wrong for us. Never. Nope. No technical difficulties ever for this team. One of the things that really bothers me is the amount of faith that King Gaiat puts into these people. It's honestly, like, it's staggeringly ridiculous. Cecil and his friends do nothing but fail time and time again against, like, up at every single task that Gaiac gives them. And at no point does he ever think, you know what, maybe these people are not as competent as I would hope. He just has this unwavering faith in their ability to just get shit done. And it is definitely not deserved. It's like, okay, well, the crystal behind my chair, it needs to be defended. Oh, you lost it. Okay, go get the crystals from the Tower of Babel. Oh, you didn't do that. And then this shit's about to happen. And then they fail to get the crystal later on. It's failure after failure after failure. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I know, this is usually a sign that bad things are gonna happen, but you know what? I'd rather have extra money, so we're gonna unequip this crap. Alright, Vadim. We'll see you at Applebee's later. You can tell us all about how those people are taking their titties out in the middle of an Applebee's. Oh, wrong item. Yeah, you're not gonna get us. You're a bunch of imp captains. You're pathetically weak. What's really great is that even without any equipment at all, Vadim is still really, or Yang is, you know, he's really good. Well, that was easy enough. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, they blew up the control panels to, you know, so he can't just, like, turn off the super cannon. And he thinks that he can somehow stop it, and the only way it's going to do that is if it blows up. Well, the door is stuck. Yep, there's nothing we can do for him. He decided to sacrifice himself in order to stop the cannon from annihilating the dwarves. Pretty noble. But, you know, now we gotta get out of this stupid tower. Alright. No, we can't use warp. How about now? I don't want to walk. No, it's not going to let us warp out, so we're going to have to walk all the way out. And I mean, I know there's a reason for that, but it's just annoying. Ugh. No more back attacks. Those are terrible. Nope. We're going to try to avoid as many fights as we can. Come on. Almost out. Well, we failed to steal the crystals from the enemy fortress, and in the process of failing to do that, we lost one of our comrades. Neat. No, we're not fighting anything here. Oh, goody. I wonder who that could be. Oh, good. So the bridge that goes over the lava into the entrance of this place is now collapsing. Oh wait, here comes the USS Hell in a Cell. Just in time. Yeah, look, they're Red Wings. They're chasing after us. Turns out they're kind of pissed that we were in their base wrecking their ship. Yeah, they're gaining on us. It's funny because this entire map is actually closed in, but they just keep having it randomly flying all over the place. What are you doing? Okay, so you have a bomb, and you're going to use it to close the hole that we flew down in here. Okay. You do understand that you could just, oh, I don't know, throw the bomb off the side of the airship. You don't have to carry it down yourself. Gravity will do the hard work for you. And Billy has now officially jumped off the USS Hell in a Cell, stroll the way down onto the Spanish announce table. Why? You could have thrown the fucking bomb down. You didn't have to suicide your way to close the stupid hole. Oh my god. It's just a cavalcade of idiocy. Well, he said to go to Baron. He's gonna fix the airship. Alright. Let's get these idiots to fix... Are you serious? I gained 20 experience from that fight. That's pathetic. Alright, well. Let's go and talk to his staff. They'll fix up the airship. One of these two seems way lazier than the other one. Yep. Now we can go visit the cave. Alright, well, let's go get the hovercraft. But we're just about done here. Yep, there's our hook. See, now we can carry the hovercraft to anywhere we want to take it. Remember, it can travel over these little shallow areas. So, we are going to take it to that cave near Castle Eblon. Yep, and there is the top part of the Tower of Babel. Yep. Alright, that's where we're going to call it for now. I am actually going to be going on a vacation next week, so I may try to get one more session in before I leave, but otherwise it may not be until the following Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, it could be up to like a week or so before I get around to the next installment of this, but it will be coming. I am not going to abandon it. So, alright, I'll see you guys next time.